Hi, I'm Darren Bjerknes. Welcome back to Discover Woodbury. Today we're highlighting the Animal Humane Society of Woodbury. Let's head on in and check it out. All right, today we're here at the Animal Humane Society in Woodbury, and we're here with the site manager, Brian. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what is the Animal Humane Society and what do you do exactly?
Yes, so we're a nonprofit animal welfare agency.
Okay.
And we take surrenders, strays, and we provide them medical, behavioral care, and then we put them up for adoption, through our adoption program.
Now, with that being said, what is the adoption process? If someone was like, hey, you know, I really could use a dog, or that dog is super cute, I'd love to, you know, help and save it, give it a new family. What's the process for that, of starting that adoption process?
Right, so they would see an animal available for adoption on our website, or they would come into one of our 4 locations.
And what are those 4 locations?
We have St. Paul, Woodbury here, and then Golden Valley and Coon Rapids.
Okay. And so they come into one of those locations or the website.
Mm-hmm. And if they're interested in a particular animal, the volunteers would then take them into a visitation room so they can really get to know the animal and spend time with them, get to know their personality. In
a visitation room, is that just kind of like a private room that they can go and just be with that dog and themselves?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And we give them some preliminary information about that animal. They'd ask some questions, and then at that point, after they spent some time with them, then we would introduce them to our adoption specialists, and then our adoption specialists really walk them through the adoption process at that point.
Okay.
And that is really involving just providing the medical, behavioral record information for the animal, as well as explaining our adoption process and our policies and the services that we provide.
Now, what's kind of the turnaround time if from finding the dog that you think that would be a great fit for your family and walking out the door with the dog? Is it a few days, is it an hour, same day, or what's the
It really
time
just
frame?
depends on the situation, and it depends on if the whole family is here. We like to encourage people to bring the whole family in to meet the animal. Or if the animal may be up for adoption but haven't quite got all their medical care done yet, we want to make sure we finish that before they get adopted out.
Sure.
So they can put an animal on an adoption hold.
So on average, is it a couple days typically, or?
Generally speaking, it's same day. But like I said, we do adoption holds, so it just kind of depends on the circumstances.
Depends on the situation.
Yep.
Now, how about for cost? Is there a cost if one was to adopt the one of the animals?
Yes, there is. So we have adoption fees for critters, for cats and dogs, and they vary depending on the species and the age of the animal.
I bet.
And those adoption fees really just help to offset the cost for providing that care and housing for the animal.
Okay, so you mentioned critters, so the dogs and cats are pretty the common ones. What are some of the little bit uncommon ones? I think I saw a rat, maybe a mouse,
rats, mice, parakeets,
birds.
Birds, and we adopt out ferrets as well.
Any lizards or anything?
Guinea
Snakes?
pigs. We don't do reptiles.
Okay, no reptiles.
Yep.
Okay.
But various species.
Okay, just curious there. Now, is there any volunteer opportunities or donations that you guys take? So what's kind of the part where the public can get involved?
Yep, there's a number of great ways to volunteer, and you can actually go to our website to see all the volunteer opportunities that we have. That's where our our volunteer process starts through the website. But then we do take donations from the community as well.
Okay, and you guys are a nonprofit, so where does most of your funding come from?
Most of it comes through donations to the organization. That's the majority or bulk of it, and then we also have the adoption fees and
so that kind of helps subsidize
merchandise
a little bit.
revenue. Yep, correct.
Okay, and what about your location? Where are you located exactly?
We're located on Hudson Road here, 9785 Hudson Road in Woodbury, and just south of 94.
Yep.
So basically Hudson Road and Woodbury Drive.
Yeah, Woodbury Drive is the exit off of 94. And how about for hours? When can people open for the public anyway?
Our hours for the public for adoption are Monday through Friday from noon until 8 p.m. Okay. And then Saturday and Sunday we're open from 10 to 6.
Okay, okay. And now what about when to back up a little bit, if someone wants to adopt one of the pets, what comes with that? I mean, I'm assuming you're checking their health records and vaccinations, and so tell me a little bit more about that.
In terms of the care that's provided to the animals, we provide medical care, behavioral care, enrichment. Basically any medical issue that needs to be addressed, we have our veterinarians look at them and provide that medical care. Spay neuter is really important.
Okay.
We also
and that's for each pet, right? I think I read that each pet is either spayed or neutered if needed.
Correct.
Going out the door
yes.
when people adopt. Okay,
yep.
so you don't have to worry about that. That's
correct.
So there's a lot of nice services that you guys provide there. Now, what about events? Do you have events where that you have for the community or for the animals?
We do. We do have a number of events that we have for the community. We actually have our Walk for Animals coming up on May 2nd, so that's in Golden Valley.
Okay.
And
what is that exactly?
It's a walk for animals with the majority of our fundraising comes from,
basically.
Yes, it's fundraising for the work that we do here at AHS.
Okay. So Brian, what other programs do you have besides the adoption?
So we have various programs that benefit the community.
Okay.
And just a few examples of those are training school. We offer training classes and behavior modification for animals in the community.
Sure.
And they have a number of different classes that are available that you can sign up for. We also have our Humane Investigations team, and that consists of 3 humane agents
okay, yep.
That respond to cruelty and neglect calls throughout the entire state of Minnesota. And then we have humane education for children in the community. We have various programs like rescue readers and summer camp for kids.
I think my kids have actually come to one of those programs as well. You
yes.
know, I think via school, and they loved it. You know, seeing all the dogs and cats and different little animals.
Yeah, it's really great to involve the children in that process about animal sheltering and humane education. And so then we also have community outreach, which works in St. Paul to serve some underserved areas out there, and providing low-cost veterinary services for the community and other resources. We have our behavior helpline.
Now what would that be? Now, who would call the helpline?
Well, it's part of our pet helpline, and so if you're having a behavior issue with your animal, you can actually call and
get some advice.
Talk to someone to get some professional advice on how to deal with that behavior issue. Yep. And
that's
then
great.
we have
so tons of
resources.
Programs. Yeah,
there's
a lot of resources. So now the best way probably is to go to your website. What's your website?
AnimalHumaneSociety.org.
AnimalHumaneSociety.org.
Correct.
And you'll have I've checked the website. The website is great, so just go there. And they've got, if you've got questions, I'm sure they'll get answered there at the website. Again, thanks for having us, and let's go check out some of the pets.
Sounds good.
So Brian, tell us about Smokey here.
So Smokey's an 11-year-old Labrador Retriever mix, and he very much likes his leash, as you can see.
Yeah.
He actually came to us from a shelter down south, and he does have heartworm disease, so we had actually treated him for that. He had a number of skin masses, and so we've had a number of those removed. And he also has allergies as well. And so because of that, he's being adopted out through our hospice adoption program.
And so what exactly does that mean exactly for the people?
Yeah, so a dog that may have, or a cat that may have a medical condition where, you know, they kind of towards the end of their life, but they're still happy and healthy and really can be adopted into a loving home. And so we have that program for specifically for those animals.
That's great.
So there's some benefits with that as well.
Sure. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. What's Sally's story?
So Sally is a 4-year-old bulldog mix.
Okay.
She came to us from a shelter down in Alabama, and she ended up having heartworm disease. So we actually treated her for that here at the shelter. And she's a super friendly girl. She loves playing with her toys, as you can see. She's really friendly with people that she meets in the visitation rooms here. And so we We do really work a lot with those shelters that are in communities where the animals are overpopulated.
Sure.
The shelters down in certain areas of the United States are taking in more animals than they can really adopt out.
Sure.
And so we work with them. We have great partnerships to transport those animals here to get medical, behavioral care, and then be placed up for adoption.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're a pretty good girl, Sally.
She is a sweet girl.
Yeah, super friendly.
Yes.
Super friendly. Thanks again for watching Discover Woodbury. If you're interested in adopting one of these awesome pets, stop on in and say hi, check them out. And if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, check the website, and I'm sure they'd love your help. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.